Hi, welcome to my page. My name is Bonnie and I am the one who forgot to do a welcome hi video when I uploaded my other videos, so I had to go back and do an short intro video. Welcome you all to my page and all that good stuff. So yeah, and I'm the one who also obviously needs to clean her glasses, and I haven't done that yet, but here's the video today. Thanks for watching. Okay, so I'm gonna put another batch of chocolate chip cookies. I've already made sugar cookies. I've already made quite a bit. Okay, so I'm going to put another batch of cookies in, and I'm going to include a link to the Advent devotionals that I like in the description box in this video. But I want to tell you that if you're looking for ideas and your children are young for Advent devotionals, I went to Mardell's, which is a Christian bookstore, and have homeschool stuff there. We have one in West Virginia by us, and so I went there, and they had the Jesus Storybook Bible, which is a very popular picture book Bible for children from ages, 3 up to like 14, 13. I mean, my kids both loved it. And she has a Christmas book that I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you right after this. It has a bunch of crafts that you can do for Advent for children, and it is nice. If my kids were little, but they're not that little anymore, some of them were really, really interested. I thought I like to do them. I was very impressed. I know you can go online to her, it's Sally Lloyd Jones, I believe, and you can go online and you can print out some Advent crafts and stuff to do last minute or for next year. When everything goes on sale for 50% off for Christmas stuff, I would highly recommend buying that book because it looked really, really, really good. But anyways, we are 3 days in. 3 wasn't 2. I said 2 earlier in the video. 3 days in, and today I am making cookies, and I'm making potato soup in a minute. And then tomorrow I'm going to make cinnamon rolls, and I'm going to freeze them. Whoops. And then for Christmas breakfast, we're just going to have bacon, eggs, the cinnamon rolls, maybe pancakes. I used to make this really nice big egg casserole with peppers and cheese and cheddar jack cheese and what are those things called? Hash browns. I used to make that, but the kids didn't like it. And then the other person that liked it was my husband, and then it wouldn't last very long, and so I'm like, forget it. I'm not making it anymore. Like, I made molasses cookies. Let me show you where they are. Ginger snap molasses cookies. These are actually my grandma's recipe. And I made these, and nobody wants to eat these. And I think they're delicious, especially if you have a cup of coffee with them, and I think they're good. They're a little bit too snappy because I probably cooked them too much, but they're still really good to dip into your coffee. I think they taste great. The kids each have one, I think, and then they're done. They just want the sugar cookies with the sprinkles on them. So, what can you do? Of course, they told me, I don't like the ginger snaps. They don't like the gingerbread or the ginger snaps. I don't know what's wrong with them. They must get that from Josh's side. But they don't like any of that. So, what can you do? They told me, they forewarned me, but anyways. Okay, cut the cameras. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's 2 days before Christmas, and we're probably all baking Christmas cookies. And we probably already baked Christmas cookies like a week ago, like I did, and now they're all gone, and now you have to make some more. And it's just a wonderful time of the year. And you know what? You can tell that some people really just do not like Christmas. Like when I went to the store with Zion, you could just tell that some people hate it. And then you feel, I don't know what you get lost in this anticipation, and then this letdown happens, and I don't know, it's just really have to try to remain calm during the holidays and not get so flustered. I tell myself this all the time, but anyways. And then you see the people that are out and about, like I was today, like 2 days before Christmas, and some people are just, you can just tell they're really, really tired. And it can be just so sad this time of the year. And a lot of people are going through losses and heartbreaks and sicknesses and just a lot of things that are changing. And then family dynamics, and families aren't always what they seem to be or what they say they are. And then, a lot of things are just different. But be of good cheer because, why? Because Jesus is overcome. And the whole holiday is about Jesus and not about cookies, right? Yeah, tell myself that. Okay, so here's another little tidbit. My words of advice from a 47-year-old stay-at-home mom, homeschool mom, love politics, love theology, love all those things. Here's my tip for you. If you want to have a better Christmas and a better New Year, don't listen to or watch. You guys know what I'm going to say? It's going on right now in social media with conservative commentators. Can anybody guess? Don't watch Candace Owens. Don't watch Candace Owens, okay? And Tucker Carlson. I don't even know what to think anymore. But you can obviously tell that I've been watching it, and yeah, unless you want to end up frazzled and at your wit's end, and by all means possible, do not respond to any comments and any of those conservative commentators' pages, because if you respond to a comment and they don't like your comment, then you're going to be spending the rest of your lovely time that you have free commenting on why you commented what you commented on and trying to validate what you know is simple and logical and factual. I don't know. I don't really know. Just don't do it. Don't do it. And I keep telling myself, focus on the Bible, Bonnie. Focus on the Bible, Bonnie. Don't go off and on these little tangents, and don't try to defend. Sometimes you feel like you shouldn't have to defend something. And that's what I feel like sometimes I have to do. I don't need to defend the Bible. Do I need to defend the Jewish people? That's another. Do you need? You don't. You don't. But still, sometimes there's like Bible verse, I know in New Testament, I can't remember what it is, where you're supposed to stand up and not remain silent when it comes to certain things in Scripture. And just, I don't know where I get it from. I think it's a little bit of my dad's side and a little bit of on my mom's side that I just, be of good cheer, Bonnie. Be of good cheer, Bonnie. Make the cookies and be of good cheer, Bonnie. Yeah, I don't know. So this is the frazzled homeschool moms holiday edition. So, okay, let's get back to the cookies. So I don't know if you can, there's hats and stuff all over the floor. I don't know if you can see that right there, but there is a beautiful sunset, and you see all the different colors, and it's a clear sky in the back, and I don't know, it just reminds me of God's awesome power, and He is going to one day set all the wrongs right. He is truth. He is the supreme being. And so you want to fight every battle, as I do. So you want to fight every battle, win every battle, and you want to speak truth into people. Sometimes people just don't want to hear it, and they don't want to be bothered with it. And all we can do is you can't go wrong with quoting Scripture. That's my thing. You can't go wrong with just quoting Scripture. And yeah, I don't know. But it makes me think of my grandmother. I don't know if any of you guys have lost loved ones. And every time I see a sunset, I think of her. That's what my mother told me. She's like, look up in the sky. That's where your grandmother is. I'm like, yeah, she's right. She's in heaven. And so every time I see the sunset, I think of her. And I love how I have some of my Christmas decorations that I have are from her. And I kept a lot of the ones that she has. And I used to keep even the box. I should have kept some of the boxes, but I threw them out like an idiot. I didn't realize that they were antique boxes. But yeah, so it's that sentimental time of year when you can go back and look at things and look at, I don't know, maybe for you, you have some Christmas decorations that your mom gave you, your relatives gave you, and yeah, just, I don't know. Let me turn it around so you guys can see what it actually looks like. I don't know if you can, but let me try it. Okay, so here's what it looks like. Isn't it amazing? It is. Those are the 2 Christmas cards I've gotten so far this year. I've actually gotten, I think, 3 or 4. Nobody does Christmas cards anymore, huh? And look at my husband. Isn't he so creative? I know it doesn't look like much, but when you put it in and you have the sun coming in through it, it looks really cute. And that's one of the decorations that I did when I was, I don't know how old I was, but I did that when I was a young child. So yes, isn't it beautiful? Okay, so I want to do a quick homeschool update for those of you who are interested. I do have a senior, Josiah. He's graduating accredited with the Abeka Academy. And this is the first year that we've actually done all 85 lessons when we're supposed to have them done, before Christmas. So it was actually pretty good. That worked out good. It was a little bit rough. We're taking 4 classes because he had enough credits. And the one class is probably one of the toughest is English 12, which is mandatory. That one he had to do an essay, 1,000 word count essay that was due 2 days before his semester exam. 2 days before I don't even think I had that in college. 2 days before his semester exam, you have to type up this report. So it's just this essay, and I'm like, oh, it can get frazzled. So just brace yourself if you're considering doing Abeka. It's so worth it. It's really, really good, but it can be rigorous, but stay on target. We didn't take any sick days. We started in August, and now it's 85, and we finished December 18th. And so I haven't submitted the work to Abeka yet. I submitted his first quarter, and that went well. I didn't even really check the grades. Really, I just saw that they were what they were supposed to be in the realm, and I'm like, okay, good. And then I think the next time I have to submit his winter quarter is not for another month. So, and of course, Abeka works with you on all of that. And then I have an 8th grader, and he does DVD Abeka Academy too. And then he uses my older son's old books, and then he also does classical conversation. So he's not accredited, so we can start and pick up wherever we want to. And that's a good thing about not being accredited too. You can juggle both ends. But we're on Christmas break, and we hopefully will not go back until that day after the New Year's Day, that day. So yeah, I hope to do a more in-depth video going over his senior year for those of you, so you can save yourself some little stumbling blocks that I had to encounter along the way. But that's the homeschool world, but we like it, and yeah, we're gonna keep charging ahead. All right, so today is the day before Christmas Eve, and I am getting started making cinnamon rolls. And I make the cinnamon rolls that the Pioneer Woman makes. It is her recipe. I tweak it a little bit, but other than that, it's basically her recipe. And it makes a lot. Her recipe makes like, I don't know how much. It makes like 8 of those cake pans, those aluminum foil cake pans. And so I'm trying to cut it in half, so there's only 4 cake pans. And I'm supposed to be adding the flour right now. So I'm adding 4 cups of the flour, making sure I got all my measurements right. And here we go. And then I'm going to stir it. It's good to have a spoon. Stir it, and then you just let it sit for an hour. So this is usually my go-to recipe for cinnamon rolls. She has a maple frosting, but the kids, they don't really like the maple. So I just make a traditional homemade vanilla frosting with powdered sugar and milk, and they like it just fine. So I'm making the dough right now. The dough basically was some milk, some vegetable oil, which I don't really like the vegetable oil, but I'm not gonna be too picky on Christmas. And then some sugar, and you boil it on top of the water. You boil it on top of the oven, and then, or to at least below a boil. And then you let it sit, and you sprinkle the yeast on top and let it sit. And then you mix this all together, and you cover it up and let it sit for an hour. So if you're looking for a good cinnamon roll recipe, I recommend Pioneer Woman's recipe. It's really good. And that's that. And I also made some coffee cake for Christmas Eve morning, and I'm really wishing that I had gone and gotten, is the bluebird outside right now? Or blue jay? It's a blue jay. And then I really wish that I would have gotten some sausage, because my husband loves sausage and I forgot to get him sausage. But nevertheless, check out the recipe if you don't have one for cinnamon rolls. Okay, so today's actually Christmas Adam. It's the day before Christmas Eve, and I just got done doing cinnamon rolls. What else did I do? Coffee cake for tomorrow morning, and just been cleaning and doing laundry. And then on top of all the baking and stuff that we do, right before Christmas, I've remembered, what am I gonna have for dinner? I don't even know what I'm gonna make for dinner because I forgot to get frozen pizzas when I was at the grocery store yesterday. And I don't wanna make pizza from scratch. So I think we'll just have something like chicken and rice, maybe some broccoli or something, I don't know. But tomorrow is Christmas Eve and we'll be going to the candlelight service. I don't know if you guys go to a candlelight service by you, but I've always loved those. And then we'll go over to my mom's for appetizers, and I'm making a taco dip for that. And then Christmas Day is Christmas Day, and I still have tons of wrapping, probably like you do. Tons of wrapping to do, tons of stocking stuff for stuff. That's always like the hardest when you get home from Christmas Eve service and you've had your dinner wherever you were at, and you gotta come home, you gotta be Santa or Mrs. Claus, and stuff the stockings and do all that kind of stuff. But it only comes once a year though, but it feels much faster. But before I end the video, I wanted to share with you the 2 new Advent books. So one of them is from last year that I've been reading off and on, and I read them, some of them throughout the whole year. I just don't read them for the 24 days of December because I feel like I can never really read them enough to appreciate them that much, and sometimes I don't read them every day, and then it gets put on the shelf to next year, and then I never read it. So I just usually read them throughout the year. But this one I read by Dr. Sinclair Ferguson at Reformed Theological Seminary. And I just noticed this about these 2 new ones. They're published by the same publishing company, which is not a very well-known publishing company. But I got this one at Mardell when I went and saw the Jesus Storybook Bible activity book that I showed you earlier. I looked at all of the Advent books, some of them, the new ones for this year and some old ones, and I picked this one out of all of them because for some reason my hair just looks, I didn't really do a good job brushing it. For some reason this one just looked very interesting to me and more theological than some of the other ones. And it's called Let Earth Receive Her King, and I'll zoom in, by Alistair Begg. Let Earth Receive Her King, and he is a senior pastor at a church in Cleveland. He's written one other book, but I've never really heard of him. But I just liked when I was flipping through it, I liked how it sounded. The word in the beginning, the first promise, waiting for Jesus, providing a lamb. That's Isaac and Abraham. The Lord remembers, will God dwell on earth? A light has dawned to us, a child is born. Then if you go throughout, it's about wisdom worships the light in the dark. Your kingdom come and looking forward. And then he has like poems like Isaac Watts. He has songs and hymns in here. And he just has a lot of different things that I thought were interesting. So this is the one I'm reading for this year. And if you are interested in one for next year or when they go on sale, this is already on sale at Mardell. It's probably on sale at Amazon. But if you're looking for one for next year, I recommend to flip through this one. This was the most appealing to me out of all of them. So that's what I'm reading this year, even though it's 2 days away. I wanted to still share with you. And if you have teenagers too, these make really good read alouds and discussions for teenagers. And more in depth than just your traditional nativity storybook. This one goes much deeper, shows you more the bigger plan, and much more elaboration and detail. But anyways, let me know how you guys are doing. I do care about your Christmases, and I hope you guys are able to find some peace and some joy this holiday season. I know it's rough. I know that some people are sick, or some people have lost a loved one or a pet, or it's just family dynamics, and it's always just so stressful every year. And I don't know, some people just seem like they just don't like Christmas anymore. And sometimes for myself, I feel like, I don't like Christmas anymore. I just think I just don't like the work that we have to put into it sometimes. And it's just my fault for not planning and for not really focusing on what's the most important, which we know is the birth of Jesus. And we can remember the birth of Jesus without having to do anything that we normally do. And that's one of the blessings of Christmas, is the gift has already been provided for us we just have to accept it and trying to read more of the Bible for the new year and all that good stuff. And I hope to post, I always hope to post before then, but thank you so much for watching and for subscribing. And I had a couple of new subscribers, but I think they all fell off the bandwagon, so to speak. But thank you to all the loyal subscribers that have been with me since the very beginning. And you know who you are. And I know you're all busy with your own homes and your own families. And God bless you and God bless your families. And I'm telling myself this too, nothing is more important than God and your family, and that's it. Everything else can just wait, right? Nothing else is as important. And so I'm trying to stay away from the social media. Well, staying away from the social media that's not good for you and will not make you feel love and joy and peace and patience. If it makes you feel hate, then I tell myself that this is not making you a good person, then don't watch it, right? And telling myself that, just there's a lot of stuff like that going on. So I hope that you can avoid all that this season and have a new year that's great and full of great new things and joy and peace and all that. So I will end it there, and thank you all so much for watching, and I really do hope you have a good Christmas season. Say hi in the comments below and take care, and God bless. Bye-bye.